Good evening and welcome to episode 14 of the Pipe and Tobacco Talk podcast. Tim, tell them what they're in for.
Hold on to your hat, because this podcast will expose the listener to offensive, insensitive, off-putting, and otherwise socially unacceptable content known to the state of California, like everything else, to cause cancer. To avoid injury, we, the sponsors of this podcast, suggest you grow a pair. There
It
you
cracks
have
me
it.
up every time. The intro, as always, sponsored by MBSD Pipes, mbsdpipes.com for all the pipes you could possibly need. Savinelli, Peterson's, Estate Pipes, and the MBSD line of Mershams, which there'll be a new Mersham coming my way very shortly. Very exciting. So
Nice.
And as we roll through, we do have a new giveaway pipe from Mitchell and Sarah at MBSD Pipes that we'll talk about here in a little bit. So with us this evening, we have the incredible personality of Terry Brewster and his pack of dogs. And periodically, you will hear Terry swear at his dogs, and he'll say, shut up to you two. No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
It's true, and guess what? I am highly offended because I am in California, damn it, and my dogs are in California. They're California dogs, so we're all offended. So let's get this party going.
Great.
Did you know that dogs cause cancer?
Yeah,
Mhm.
mine do.
Yeah. Do your dogs know their pronouns? I mean, did you teach them that already? Or are you good? You know?
Well, they're not vegans, and I know that, but I mean,
Oh,
yeah. Hey, dummy.
always a plus.
See, he looked at me. He knew it.
Caleb, this episode is dedicated to you because you told us that when we talk over each other, it causes anxiety as well as mirth and humor. Good luck. You're going to get a lot of all of that tonight.
Oh, and Caleb, this time, don't break the Prozac in half. Take the whole thing.
Be a man.
The sponsors of this segment, diazepam. When you need a Valium to take the edge off, diazepam.
Right.
Let's do a little housekeeping right quick before we get started. So in today's episode, we have Tim's pipe contest, which we got some great responses on that we're going to talk about. We have the new MBSD pipe that I'll show off here after we've talked to Terry for a while. Richard from EP Pipes is going to be on in a couple of weeks and do an interview with us, and he's got a giveaway pipe, correct, Tim?
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah. Excellent.
Do you want to hear a little bit about it?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, if listeners, if you follow EP Pipes, Rich at EP Pipes, he is probably one of the most innovative pipe makers I've ever seen. He will take anything and incorporate it into a pipe. I mean, he'll take, leftover dinner from last night, and he'll incorporate it into a pipe. And this time, he's made a drum roll, a candy cane pipe.
Oh,
Thank you. Yeah.
Ooh.
And so he sent me the photos this afternoon. It's not 100% complete, I don't believe, but by the time he comes on, it will be. And we're still trying to figure out a charity, because there's going to be a raffle as opposed to a giveaway. And it's an opportunity that, for Christmas, hey, look at that. Camp Southern Ground t-shirt. Nice. Some deserving group. There's there it is. Look at that. The Camp Southern Ground coaster in the coffee mug. There it is. Beautiful. I got the same thing. And many thanks to Chris Murphy for sending that, and to Camp Southern Ground.
Indeed. Thank you,
As
Chris.
as a community, we raised $540, and we sent that off to Camp Southern Ground, and they were kind enough to show their appreciation by sending some bling over to Jim and myself.
A little swag.
Yeah, nice.
So, very
Much
exciting.
appreciated. Yep.
Indeed.
Awesome.
Also,
So anyway, for Rich Epps pipe though, what we're gonna do? Go ahead, Jim.
no, Caleb, enjoy. This is going to go on all night. I have 30 fluid ounces of bourbon in here. No telling where this is going.
Hey,
So
I'm helping.
yeah, poor Terry. Don't mind me. I'm just sitting here watching you two assholes. So we're going to come up with a deserving charity, and we're going to raffle that pipe off, Rich Epps pipe, and I think it'll probably go to, I don't know, maybe Christmas gifts for some deserving kids or something like that. So stay tuned,
Okay.
and when Rich comes on, we'll have a plan. Well,
Excellent.
you got a terrible cold, Terry. That sounds awful.
I know it's. Oh, good. Hold on, they're going in. Go in the house. Thank you.
You can only get that here, people. Ladies and gentlemen, you can only get that here.
Love is in the air, kids.
I've got anxiety now.
Oh, it's going to get better. Also, I talked last week about a blend I made for Bishop Pipes, and he got the blend. I'm so sorry, Mike, that I attempted to kill you using only clove and nutmeg and cinnamon flavoring. It was a wee bit strong, a tad strong, but
you know what?
But
You should try wasabi sometime.
I was thinking about here. Try this. Oh, what's in this, Jim? Oh, it's a road flare. Just light it. It'll be fun. But he is sending us a Nording pipe to give away as we see fit. So that'll be exciting,
wow.
And we'll have Mike from Bishop Pipes on sometime in, it looks like, December. You know, because we have the official Pipe and Tobacco Talk calendar now. Very exciting.
That is. So this Nording is actually coming out of his actual estate. His wife sent it to you because he smoked the tobacco, and we're going to calling hours on Wednesday.
Yeah. Jim, why did this tobacco come with a defibrillator? No reason whatsoever.
Step away from the trap.
Give the paddles to your wife and stand clear. Also, coming up on the show, we're going to have Noah from At Noah's House, which we're excited to have. And then also Bradley from BGX Woodworks will be coming up as a guest as well. So we've got interviews lined up. Next week, we have Anthony from Castle Briars. And the week after that, then we have San Diego Pipe Club. And then we have Richard on. So the next 3 weeks, we will have guests on all three shows.
Perfect.
So there we go. Now, let's talk to Terry. Well, obviously a dog fanatic. Terry, tell us how you met Tim.
How I met Tim. I saw one of his pipes, this one specifically, on Labor Day 2 years ago. And
yeah, how about that?
I wanted to order it, and I loved it, and I waited a day, and I was like, I missed the sale. And I sent him an email, and he said, yeah, no problem. I'll put it back on the site, give it to you for that price. And I was like, cool. And I was really excited about getting it. And then it was a day later, I got an email from you, Jim, saying, hey, I'm working with PapaBear's Pipe, and here's my list of 5 blends. You get a free jar. And I'm like, cool. And I just found it today. I was, matter of fact, I was going through and trying to reorganize my cellar, and I was like, wow, there's that jar. I only smoked about half of it. So it's 2 years of age on it.
All right.
Nice.
Well, like all of us,
What's
we
the
all
blend?
get better with age.
Thomas's
What's the
blend.
blend, Terry?
Thomas's
Oh,
blend.
Thomas's blend. Yeah.
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 There we go. Excellent.
Yeah.
And man, we've come a long way since then, haven't we?
Yeah.
You
8
got a few
pages.
blends.
Well,
8
no, I'm
pages.
talking about you actually. I actually made 2 blends for you: the T60 for your 60th birthday, and then the Savannah blend, which I believe you're smoking now. Look at that! Look at that!
One. Yeah. And I'm going to need more, by the way. So I hope you got Rustica, and it'll all be
I
good.
do. Yeah.
But I did,
Yeah.
interestingly enough, I did find I've got 4 jars still of Fairborn and 8 jars of Port Marion. So I'm like,
Oh.
wow, didn't realize I had all that still. It was a bonus day.
It's amazing what happens when you clean the closet.
You ought to get some of Jim's Dr. Wu's wasabi blend. Have him send that over to you.
What the hell is that?
Not only is it great, not only is it great going in, it's so exciting coming out.
I'm down.
So, Terry, your hat,
Sure.
on the front of your hat there, being that it's Veterans Day, I salute you, my friend.
Well, thank you very much. It was all my honor. It was, never thought I'd do that as a young kid, and now it's so long ago. It seems weird,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was a great, it molded me and helped me to where now I work for a government contractor and making stuff for all the sailors. So it's near and dear to my heart. It's a job I love. So
No.
4 more years and
good
I'll
for you.
retire, and I don't care about anything else.
All right. Now, where were you stationed when you were in the Navy, Terry?
I was stationed down in San Diego on NAS North Island on Coronado, and then the last part of my enlistment, I went over to the USS Kitty Hawk and was ship's company in the aviation electronics intermediate maintenance department, and did a cruise, had a blast. It was all good. Done.
All right.
Now, when you were in Coronado, did you guys used to sit on the bluff with Arnold Palmer's and watch those guys do buds training down in the sand and the surf?
We actually would. We'd go down there and drink at the end of Coronado. There's Miguel's Cocina, a great Mexican restaurant, and we'd drink up a bunch of margaritas, and then we'd kind of like go down a little farther and start watching all the buds guys, and like,
Glad I ain't them.
no, crazy dudes. I had a friend actually from high school that went. I ran into him a week after he dropped out from training, and he was beat to death, and it was like hell week.
Yeah.
And I'm out. I rang the bell. I'm gone. I'm like, hey, I give you credit for trying.
Yeah. Tough stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, Terry, where are you in California?
I'm in Northern California in San Jose, about 45 minutes or 45 miles south of San Francisco. Kind of the best of both worlds, in between the the mountains and the city, and it's pretty laid back. It's a pretty cool area. I've been here about 28 years. I bought the house out here, but I was born and raised in Santa Cruz, which is about another 45 minutes the other way over the hill. Totally beach and all that stuff. No, not vegan, not just total surfers. And that was cool growing up.
Cool.
Huh. All
So
right.
now you and I spent some time at the Las Vegas show. What did you think of the show?
I thought the show was awesome. That was my first show, and now I'm addicted. I mean, pop up a vein and I'm there. Um, it was very cool getting to meet people. I mean, finally meeting you face to face, was awesome. And meeting a lot of these people, a lot of the artisans, and a lot of the some of the blenders and the people making other ancillary things. But just everybody I met, I did not meet one bad person that weekend. Everybody was totally cool, and it was just a
Yeah.
great community. I'm really happy that I got to meet all these very cool people and people I talk with all the time on like Instagram or I watch their videos on YouTube and finally meeting them face to face, and it was just an absolute blast.
It was funny. Terry and I, we tried to close the bar down, but the bars don't close in Las Vegas. They're just open around the clock.
Yeah.
So we gave up about 3 a.m. and we walked around the hotel to where the Uber was going to pick me up. And Jay Mouton's sitting out there, and we were talking to him. And I said, "Yeah, we were talking about another guy that we had seen in the morning." And I said, "Yeah, I just saw him this morning." He says, "It wasn't this morning." He said, "It's already this morning." He said, "That was yesterday." I was like, "Oh my God, a whole day's gone by." I was inside the whole time with Terry Brewster getting.
Yeah, my fault. Getting hammered. I think I'll take some of the blame, but I think all said and done, we were sitting there playing them video poker machines for like 7 hours, literally.
Yeah.
My
Tim had to
liver-
do something manly after having his salad.
Right. Let's bring that up, shall we, Jim?
I wasn't going to say a word. But
We've made a couple of vegan cracks already. I thought I'd throw that out there. Tim goes all the way to Vegas and has a salad. Oh.
I told you it had pastrami in it. Damn it.
I was going to let
You're
it go
not
at that.
fooling.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but
no, we're not letting that go. No. we are dragging that out of the grave. Somebody might have forgotten.
I don't know why I told him that. When I told Terry, oh yeah, I don't know. It was a long time ago. I think I had a salad. He slid his chair away from me. You thought I'd ask him to marry me or something. It was like, pardon me.
If I remember right, you told me, and I was just like, "Oh, hold on a second." I grabbed my phone and went, "Jim, Tim made a salad." But you beat me to it and sent it to him instead.
Jim, before you get a text from Terry, I want you to know that I had a salad. Like, no, I can't leave you alone for a minute.
Well, you should have been there.
Yep.
You should have been there.
Yeah, this whole working for a living thing really gets in the way.
Oh gosh. Yep. Yeah. One weekend away, and I drift left.
Yeah. The next thing you know, Tim's out protesting Israel with all the other lunatics.
In his Prius. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm making it official right now. Next year, when Jim goes, in that restaurant or in that casino, there is a killer steak place. I'm buying. We're gonna have a hell of a meat eating, whiskey drinking, goddamn weekend. So be ready.
Can you get a side salad there?
No, but they got side
we
things
can dress you
of mushrooms. You can get that.
Okay.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah, and bring me fungus as quickly as possible. God.
Oh gosh.
I still can't get over. So I was listening to the Pipe Pours and Pals podcast that opened up on Thursday, and Justin is not going to the Columbus Pipe Show, which I'm really trying to get to the Columbus Pipe Show next year too, because he's going to see Creed. And I was just so Creed.
See?
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to the Creed concert. You might as well just scream, "Celibacy is great. You should try it too." No, not at all.
Okay. Go and see the Who, the Stones, The Allman Brothers, Led Zeppelin reunion, great. Kiss the reunion, no. But Creed.
Oh no, yeah, Creed. Oh, and the Spin Doctors and Sister Hazel are opening for us because that's when music was good.
The Average
I
White
just
Band.
I just wanted to heave. I gave Nate just a mountain of crap about that. I said, look, you got to get him help. You know, if you have to tranquilizer dart him and drag him off to rehab. But they were my favorite band.
I've got a big background in music. I mean, I was in bands and I really like all kinds of music, but that period of time, those bands just didn't light a fire. They didn't do it for me. But each of them,
no, it's like,
each of them.
Yeah. Oh, the greatest vacation of my life was at a Holiday Inn in Des Moines. Yeah. No, that was not it. That was not the vacation that won the prize. It's so terrible. It's just
they served ham loaf in the cafeteria.
Yeah. I got a granola bar for breakfast from the Continental Breakfast. Yeah. No.
Wow.
I just, and I'm so dumbfounded because I always thought the best year of music ever was 1976. So Boston released their first album. Eagles released Hotel California. The list went on. And you listen to this, and there's still stations that play the Eagles and Boston and the Allman Brothers and Leonard Skinner. Who's playing Creed currently?
Justin is
the one. It's got a burned CD with
Creed my
8-track
player in the car.
and a couple of dozen of his lonely friends.
And it was $100 a ticket.
Oh God, really?
I don't even know this song. I'm going to say I'm a prick. I'm sorry, Justin. It's just my nature.
No.
The reason why that's $100 a ticket, there's only 120 people that go.
I wouldn't see Creed if they were playing in my bathroom. I'm going outside, honey. They're awful.
I'm going to go to BP and take a crap.
Even my son, who is, who's from that age group.
Caleb, come in. Come in, Caleb.
Caleb, are you with us? Stay with us, Caleb. We're going to be fine. We were all drinking early, Caleb.
Yeah, we got you. We got you, Caleb. We're fine. Now nobody talks.
Well, my son is from that era, and I was telling him about it, and he looked at me like I had stepped out of a time machine of stupidity. And he goes, Dad, come on. Creed? Seriously? Whatever.
Yeah.
So your son's take on Creed is what?
Oh, awful. No.
Okay.
Right. No.
I don't even know what that noise sounds like. Creed. I don't need to find out. Okay.
Hold
Oh no. Because if it's if it's that stuff that it sounds like like if you lifted the lid on the pit of hell and the noise that comes out of there, if that's what it sounds like, probably not on me.
All right, hold on.
Oh no. I'm going to start projectile vomiting.
Technicolor yawn.
This was their big hit with Arms Wide Open.
Thank God I can't hear it.
Oh, I thought that was ABBA. I got it. Okay. You got it. I got it.
I went today.
Well.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, in addition to lyrical genius, man, you just don't get singing like that. He just sounds like, maybe he needs some magnesium citrate.
I can sing like that.
God, so terrible. So terrible. And I don't mind calling them out on it because when it's, like that joke, the restaurant, they say music takes you to other places. I walked into a restaurant that was playing Creed, and now I'm going someplace else.
Exactly.
And
I did want that steak and lobster, but damn it, I'm going to Taco Bell now.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, why go out for steak when you can have mashed potatoes at home?
Good. Oh, so I feel bad ripping on Justin like this, but he needs, it's okay. We all have
You got to bring him back
and,
in.
Yeah, we got to reel you in, son. You can't.
Hey,
miss
look,
the
we all
Columbus
eat a
pipe.
salad now and again. Well, not all of us, but
No, we
sometimes.
don't.
Tim, no,
You
you're
know
throwing
what-
gas
No,
on
we
a
don't.
fire here, Tim. No, it's like,
Gotta get
What's the
a bumper sticker that says "Salad happens."
Look this
I
shit,
just picked up the.
Kimosabi.
Yeah. I just got the new Maroon 5 album. No, that's not how this goes. Not at all.
Wow.
So, Terry, did you ever think
Can you get it?
that this how this would turn out? Oh, jeez.
Mm-mm. I was just getting
Debbie's
anxiety,
probably in there
but-
listening, like, "What the hell?"
Oh no,
Our
no, I got
producer
the
Ben's
dogs
like,
barking.
No, it's okay.
You guys are a bunch of friggin' idiots. Shut up. Yeah. Hi, Ben.
Our producer Ben going, I can't believe they let these guys do a podcast. But here we are. Woo!
So, Terry, back to pipes and tobacco.
Never.
What's your favorite tobacco?
Vapor. Vapor fanatic. Been getting into a lot of English lately, but I reach for a vapor 9 out of 10 times. I just haven't grown up yet or got the palate, I guess. I don't know, but there's some I really, really like, and I take probably about 7, 8 blends with me to work in little pocket jars, and vapors get hit first, and I'll come home and go, okay, well, that's cool. I can leave those, no, I'll just refill them, and they keep, I don't have much of a rotation, so.
All right. Now,
But
how many different
yeah, I've
blends
been
do you
finding
have?
all those today oh God, I've got two sheets. I just updated my spreadsheet, and it's 2 sheets of stuff, and it's like, wow, that's a lot. No wonder my lady's always bitching at me every time a box comes. She's like, more tobacco? How much do you have? And I'm like, enough to last me and 5 of me till I die. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know. I mean, the zombie apocalypse could happen, and you're going to have tobacco.
Well, with
On
the
hand.
communistic state that I live in California, where you get cancer for everything, see, hitting those key points, it's gonna be taxed to hell. It's gonna be. I'm sad, man. I'm good, and then I'm gonna retire and move out of here anyway. So who cares?
There you go.
Hey, we're going to go.
Heavily looking at Alabama, Arkansas, South Carolina. East of I-5. I mean, when the big earthquake comes and California becomes nothing, and there's, Nevada is beachfront property, I don't care. I just don't care.
Yeah, where Yuma is the coast now. Yep.
Well, you're a Crimson Tide fan,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well,
Huh.
see,
Yeah,
this is why we like Terry,
absolutely,
because
well found.
I love the Tide as well, and they had a great game this weekend. Absolutely stomped the snot out of somebody. Don't remember who.
University of Kentucky.
No,
Kentucky
that's right.
today. Last week was great. Last week was better. It was LSU. Who cares?
Yeah.
All my LSU friends, I always give them crap because they're always going Go Tigers, GEAUX. So I'm always going REAUXL Tide. Roll Tide, and just to piss them off.
Right. When I was a kid, Bear Bryant was the coach at Alabama, and
Mhm.
I remember watching them, and I've always been a fan of the college teams. You know, like I live in Ohio, and most people are Buckeye fans. Eh,
Oh.
I could, you know, I could take it or leave it. But Bama,
Well, I was a big
it's
NFL fan. I've been a Raider fan my whole life, and Al Davis moved him down to Southern California. That just broke my heart. And then his son took him away. After they came back, then his son takes him away to Las Vegas, and I was just like, I got nothing to do with NFL anymore. Tired of it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you know,
try growing up as a Browns fan. You'd have quit a long time ago.
huh,
Mm.
yeah, yeah,
Mm.
Yeah, but it's
that's
only
terrible.
things I really dig is football, and hockey, and drag racing. That's about the only sports I ever watch.
You know, I gave up on professional sports when every time somebody turned around, they'd have a 3-minute commercial break and instant
Mhm.
replay. I just like, I
Yeah,
can't watch
enough.
this. This is, and really, and Tim and I have talked about this before. I want to be in one of those meetings where somebody decides that Limu Emu was a good fucking idea. Get me in front of those people. Oh, this is our advertising campaign.
We're
Where
going
are
to do
you
this
guys?
every 5 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
How high are?
Not-
Yeah. How
what's
high are you?
urban?
Like real high or just a little high? Awful. Awful.
Yep.
Awful.
Yeah.
All right. So tell us about your pipe collection, Terry, so we can get back on, because I'd like to talk about what kind of pipes you've got and what's in your collection and what you like to smoke.
That's another one I just got in, and I got terrible lighting, but I got this one in Vegas. It's a Bregan pipe. The guy, he's from Denmark, and I guess he apprenticed for 10 years under Tom Eltang. Um, I saw this pipe and fell in love with it. And another guy that I was hanging out with at the pipe show had bought. He'd only made two of them, and this was the second one. And the other guy had bought one, and we were talking about them, and I was like, God, love it. Um, but when I first started out, my dad. Hold on, what's that? My dad got me into smoking. I was really into 7 Ls and into Petersons, and I bought about 12 pipes. And then my dad always smoked some cherry blend, something or other, and I just wasn't into the aromatics. And so I kept those around, and then I quit smoking for about 15 years. And then my friend at Noah's house, he started talking to me about pipes again. And so I broke those pipes out and we're using them. And then I started seeing all these artisan pipes, and it was like, wow. And then I got into that pipe acquisition disorder, and I can't get out of it, which led me to Tim. I've got what, 4 or 5 years now, Tim? I would have had a sixth,
I
that
think
other
so.
one,
Yeah.
but you sold it. I asked you about the other night. That red acorn that you had, that was gorgeous, gorgeous.
Yeah.
And
Isn't that the hell of being friends with Tim? It's like,
mhm.
oh, hey Jim, could you take a look at my website and put this on there? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh,
I'm not putting it on.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. No, that one's not going on the website, Tim. Oh, why not? Yeah, there's a problem loading it. You better send it to Colorado quickly.
shucks, you guys.
Yeah.
Well, it's and that's the problem with pipe acquisition disorder, is that you see all these great some of these spectacular crafted pipes, and it's just like, oh, I gotta have that.
Mm-hmm.
I need that. I need that one too.
Unfortunately, I suffer from that.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful.
And matter of fact, you got okay. So you said you've got coming up is Brad from BG Woodworks. He made me a stand, and I said, look, I want to get this to fit perfect in this lawyer's bookcase I have. And so here's the dimensions I need. And he goes, okay, I can do that. It'll be a 20 pipe stand. And I was like, oh, cool. Now I got a place to put them all. And he gets back with me and he goes, oh, I'm sorry. It's going to be a 24 pipe stand. I was like, damn it. Okay, I'll take it. He did excellent work. And then I told him at the show, I'm going to have him make me another one because I've outgrown that and I need more room. Because you've got the beautiful pipe racks behind you, and it's like that's about what I need now.
Yeah. So over my left shoulder, underneath the crucifix, is my stand that Richard at EP Pipes made, and the one that you can't hardly see, that's underneath the flag, is one that Tim made, and then underneath that is a humidor. I converted over to a pipe holder, and then there's a pipe rack over my right shoulder that I made. And I'm making another one that's going to have room for 44 pipes in it because my acquisition disorder runs deep.
And it'll probably be full by the time it's ready to go, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
In fact,
I feel your pain.
Oh, it's terrible. I'm friends with Tim. I'm friends with Richard at EP Pipes, and I think I've got 4 of his pipes, and Corey at ABBS Pipes, and Eric at EMC Custom Cobs, and they post these pipes, and it's like, oh, I gotta have that. I think that's the only reason I make pipe tobacco, is so that I can buy more pipes.
I'll trade you a couple pipes for some tobacco. Okay, sure. Bitching. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm like, what's your PayPal? Send me more money.
Yeah, I got elected to the PayPal Hall of Fame. Kind of excited about that. So you just redid your.
Sorry, I got anxiety right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. That's all right. Caleb's fine. He's probably laying on the ground twitching uncontrollably at this point. with 3 of us doing this. So while you
Caleb, do not eat the whole windowsill tonight. There are more shows to come. Save some for later.
It's going to get better, Caleb. It will. Really. Trust us.
Poor Caleb.
Oh. So who are some of the other artisan pipe makers that sparked acquisition disorder at the Vegas Pipe Show for you? Who all did you see that somebody that you hadn't seen before that?
God, and Jay Mouton, Jay Allen, the Jay thing. I really love their pipes. Who was there? There were so many different people that I was just. It was totally overwhelming. I mean, everybody tried to, a bunch of people. Mike from Pipe and Tamper, was giving me, trying to give me tips of like, if you see something, buy it because it'll be gone after you make that first pass. And so I walked in with, I was like, anxiety level out the door, and I was like, well, if I walk through real quickly, then I'll remember where places are. And yeah, no, and
too much.
I was like, I thought these people had the one that I really like. Well, it's gone now. Well, great. And then I started getting onto just wanting to start hoarding, and it was like, can't do that. Use your brain. And then they added alcohol to the mix, so that kind of went to the wayside.
I'm going to need a bigger bag.
Exactly.
That was my impression when I got set up and then I walked the room before the show started. It's just sensory overload. There was just so much there, and all great.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
Too much fun.
I can't wait though for future shows. I mean, like Tim just about got me talked into going to Muletown, so I'm thinking, that'll be fun. See some old people that I met at in Vegas, and then also just what the hell, new place to go, new pipe show, and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And
Somebody
Noah might
asked
go
me-
to that one.
Oh, really? Noah might go to Muletown. All right. I don't know. We'll have to
But
talk
if
to
you
him.
go to
about-
Muletown, you have to go on Friday. You have to spend the day there Friday, because that's, in my view, is the best day, because it's just, nothing but camaraderie for the whole day. It goes late into the evening, and they have all the accoutrements that a person might want. A place where you can smoke your pipe, you can buy a glass of bourbon, you can get a beer. It's comfortable, and it's just a great time. Makes Saturday
Awesome.
a little rough, but hey,
Oh, yeah.
if you can't play hurt, don't play.
Go big or go home.
That's right. Go hard on the paint.
Exactly.
Right, Ben?
That's right. Stay close to the bus, rookies.
If you can't play with the big dogs, stay on the porch. Hell yeah.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. That's
All
right.
right. Shall we try an off-color dad joke? Because both of these
Please.
are really off-color.
I'm in.
Awesome.
Go.
Ready? My dad and sister had sex in an elevator. It was wrong on so many levels.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Here's a good one. My first time having sex was a lot like my first football game. I came home bloody and bruised, but at least my dad came.
That's so bad. Oh, oh man.
What's it sound like?
Oh,
what's
God.
It sound like?
Oh,
What's it sound like in Arkansas? What's it sound like in Arkansas when a girl loses her virginity? Look at Dad,
Oh,
you're
here we go.
touching my smoke.
So people are still continuing to send dad jokes to me, and I absolutely love it. And I'm just crying half the time. I'm sitting at work and ping. Hey, here's one, Jim. Oh, you guys can't do this to me because I look stupid. Here's one thing. We're going to have Sarah from MBSD Pipes. That's Mitchell's wife. And, in honor of Sarah coming on, maybe we should try like mom jokes. But I haven't found any mom jokes. And I'm kind of
And
afraid.
I have a couple. But I'm not telling them when she's on the podcast.
Oh.
Man. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was,
I'm a-
I think.
I'm a slug, but I have my limits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was the hardest I've laughed in a long time when we did that show. That was just outrageously hilarious.
That was a
And
killer.
then Chad followed it up last week. And Chad, I just want to tell you, I am going to send you some stuff. So be patient. It's coming. I'm working on a couple of big things at the moment. When I get done with that, I'll get you hooked up. So.
And Chad, you got some stuff coming for me. I had to make a gift for you, and it took a little time to do it. So it's going to go out tomorrow for me. So thank you very much for participating. Those were killer, those jokes, especially the one about the did you know that piranhas can devour a baby and down to the bone in less than 30 seconds? Well, anyway, I lost my job at the aquarium yesterday.
Oh, we lost him. Here he goes.
He's cracking up. We can't hold it. I told a couple of those at work, and I had the guys crying. So it's a hoot. It's a hoot.
Stuff.
Hey, I need to get something from you. I need to get something from you guys. I need the disclaimer stickers and coasters at work so I can fit in. Let them know that is just too much.
They're on their way. Will throw.
Yeah, we've got those notices up on every door. Yep, but we've actually got notices that warning, coming in here, is known to cause cancer in the state of California and blah blah blah. Yeah, whatever. you know. So
Yeah.
Cancer,
I need to put
cancer
that
in California. Cancer in California must be like COVID in the aisleways of a restaurant around the tables. You know,
oh yeah.
you can get it in California. You know, you could get COVID walking from the door to the table, but once you get to the table, COVID doesn't go there. Take your mask off.
Well, and I had to laugh last week listening to the show. Jim, your piss off is one of my big piss offs. You're going to make me spend 20 cents on a fucking plastic bag to carry all this shit that's packed in plastic out the fucking door? No, that ain't right.
A lot of folks have gotten in touch with me. Wow, Jim, that really struck a nerve with me. Yeah, struck a nerve with me too.
You know what's obnoxious about it? What's obnoxious about it is, in San Jose, they've got that law that you have to buy a bag, but one town over, we went to a wedding and we were over in Santa Clara, which is 10 miles away. And we all, me and my friends all rented a hotel, and we were like, oh, we need to get a bunch of partyables at the store. And we go in and we're buying all this stuff at a store, and we're getting ready. It's like, oh shit, we got to buy a bag. And they're like, no, we don't have that here. And it's like, wait a minute. So 10 miles away, I got to pay 20 cents for a bag, but here it's free. They're like, yeah. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
I don't think you're supposed to.
No,
It's not gettable.
no,
Yeah.
no. This is
Oh, well.
this is the retarded. It's retarded. There's
California.
no other word for it. You know, but you can buy weed about everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Oh,
don't you dare smoke a cigarette around me. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, yeah. And I live here in Colorado, where you can't. You could. It would be, if you threw a handful of buckshot up in the air, it would be impossible to miss a dispensary. It's ridiculous. I drive to work like I'm following. It's like following a touring funk band. Everybody's high as a kite. They're out on the.
Cheech and
it's 6
Chong.
o'clock- Yeah, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Are we really blazing up on the way to work at 6 o'clock in the morning? Yes, we are.
Yep.
Colorado. Oh, no.
I had many friends that was basically the 70s for them. Yeah. Raising up on the way to work.
Well, in the last election, they just the state of Ohio now marijuana's legal, and so it's going to be the same thing here. So I'm gonna open up a suspensory. Jock straps, 49 cents a pair.
Remember, kids, math, words hard.
I got a name for it. Tim's Athletic Supporters. Dispensary.
Words hard, many letters. Some sound alike.
Syllables.
Well, anyway, that joke I was going to let off couldn't even touch the one that actually happened. So, oh God, Tim's Jockstrap Emporium.
When you need something to hold D's nuts. I think we should be in advertising. You know,
We're here to support you. We're here to support you.
oh.
Hey, Tim, go like this.
Now, turn to the left and cough.
It's like these two Amish ladies are digging up potatoes in the field. And the one Amish lady is holding a pair of potatoes in her hands. And she says, you see these potatoes? The other lady says, yeah. And she says, you know, my Amos his balls are just like this. And the lady says, oh, they're that big? No, she said, they're that dirty.
That could have went a lot of ways for Emil Yoder, but no, it didn't. It went that way. All right.
Okay.
So
So me and a friend of mine were looking during COVID, when the great pandemic. Me and another friend were talking about starting a band, and it was like, we're looking at all the COVID crap and everything, and we thought, what's the perfect name for the band? Doom Cough. Perfect.
And this is why dispensaries are legal in California, isn't it, Terry? Oh,
I can't do it for the
Doom
record.
Cough.
I
I know you can't. Yeah. We
The
know
jar-
you're a government
the jar of
contractor.
The jar of Doom Cough.
Oh, I my jar of doom grew exponentially this week. It was a rough week for blending for Jim. I really wanted to make an English Navy blend. I just thought, oh, that'll be cool. Well, I found 3 ways to not make one, which is, oh, what does this taste like? Ooh, it tastes like spiced doormat. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it. Spiced doormat. It's like you get one of those what are they, the fiber doormats that you see to scrape your feet on? Yeah, that's what it was like with a rum topping. It was just awful. It just So one of these days I am going to press the jar of doom and send it out to people. Just, hey, try this. What is it? Jar of doom.
Give it away for trick or treat.
No.
Yeah.
Give it away for Christmas. Like it's like those fruit cakes everybody gives out. Who fuck eats fruit cakes? Nobody.
Yeah, ugly sweater blend.
Aunt Eunice's present. Oh, look. Oh, this is good. Thank you, Aunt Eunice. I've never had one of these before.
Who put the cat food in the Jell-O mold?
Yeah, exactly.
On the sandwich bin. But yeah.
Oh God.
All right. Well, we've taken up almost an hour and have accomplished absolutely nothing.
I think it's cool. I mean, I think it's. Sorry for the anxiety. Anyway, I think it's cool. This has been the way it's supposed to be.
This portion of the episode sponsored by Quaalude. Quaalude, helping Caleb get through the whole episode without shaking violently.
Caleb's probably thinking, "What the fuck did I tell those guys that?"
Yeah. Not that they're embarrassing me. They're all gonna laugh at you.
One of them talks, and then they all talk, and I can't pick anything out. I don't know what to do.
Okay, so my expectations have been met. When we all talked the other night about this, and when we were drinking, gee, imagine that. My expectations have been met.
What?
No. Say it isn't so. Oh my God.
Yeah. All right. Well, here we are. Yeah, well, we're all afraid to talk at this point because Caleb might be up on the roof with a rope. So if you've watched the show, there are 4 segments that we do. We do what's new, and then we talk about pipes, and then we talk about what's new in tobacco. And then we have the Ask Us Anything segment. And we do have an Ask Us Anything segment. And Tim and I talked a little bit. And because Tim does not have pipe acquisition disorder because he's a pipe maker, we thought we'd show you some of the pipes that Tim has made this week. So, Tim, what did you make this week that will make us all drool and our wallets cry?
I didn't make anything, Jim. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Well, and now we've come to the piss me off segment of the show, and Jim is ready to go.
What pisses me off?
So, Chris Murphy and Dan DeCio wanted a pair of blowfish that have the same, that have their campaign colors. So, and if you remember, Terry, when we were in Vegas,
Yeah.
I bought some rod material, found the rod material that matched the color that they were looking for, and it was a sand and a dark green. So I made two blowfish. This one with a sand and a stem and a green ring, and so it's got some rustication on the sides, and a little bit of a shorter pipe. And then this one it's got a little bit more of a bend to it, and this has got the sand colored ring at the base of the mortise, and then the green stem, and it's got the same rustication on the sides. So these are going to be going out to Chris. Thank you. Going out to Chris Murphy and Dan DeCio tomorrow, and then I got the blowfish bug, and so I put together another one that I have to finish up tomorrow. It's got a dark blue and black stem on it, and we'll finish putting the color, the overcolor on it tomorrow, and this one will go on the website. So that's what I got wrapped up this week. I actually did. There was another one that I did. It's a brandy with some adornments on it that were made as a Christmas present, and I can't really talk about it because the person that's getting it may watch the show. Probably not, since we only have 5 listeners. And I don't think he gets internet where he is. So, so anyway, but just in case,
we can't talk about that.
Spoil the present, right? So anyway,
all right.
That's that.
All right. So I did get a new pipe this week, and the dilemma of being friends with Mitchell and talking to Mitchell, and we gave away the Christmas 7LE, the 626, and I was on the site and I saw the 645 king size, which is one of my favorite shapes and styles, and surprisingly enough, it made its way to Colorado.
Oh, look at that! Is that in the blue stem as well?
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that blue is gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I've heard a couple of people, it's like, oh, it's not that, this isn't the St. Nicholas, it's just not whatever. No, these are stunning pipes, and I love 7Ls. So that's what came as far as pipe acquisitions. As far as tobacco goes, yesterday I did get a bag of, this is called Ripe Virginia, and it smells wonderful. And I liked it so much, I ordered 3 more pounds of it. So that'll go in the shredder, and that'll be in some upcoming blends. So excellent. That's what's new in tobacco. So we've covered pipes, we've covered tobacco, and now Noah, our friend from At Noah's House, will be a guest coming up here shortly, has questions, and they are not for me, Tim. These are questions for you. Ready?
All right. I'm ready.
This is about stem material. Is there a certain type that you prefer for mouthfeel? Tim, do you have favorite material to work with? Is there one type that fights oxidation better than another? And lastly, Tim, what is your method for bending your stems to match the pipe shapes? So let's...
All right. Well, as far as the mouthfeel goes, me personally, you hear a lot of many people say that they prefer, say, ebonite over acrylic because the acrylic feels too hard and sort of plasticky. I don't personally really can't really tell the difference. I think aesthetically they both are pleasing, but in a different way. You've got uh, acrylic is translucent many times, and it plays light off of it, and that's beautiful. But some of the ebonite, hard, the hard rubbers, like this blue stem, blue and black swirl, that that's as pretty as anything that you'll find in an acrylic. And as far as oxidization, the what I think it is Bakelite. That's my guess. Black Bakelite for me anyway, and I think it has something to do with the chemical composition of your saliva. I think probably everybody's a little bit different, but I have a couple of pipes, Petersons actually, that man, they're black and they oxidize like crazy. And I'll put them to the buffing wheel and try to clean them up, and you can't even clean that stuff off of there. So unless my saliva is like from Alien in that movie, the drip and it burned down through the
eats metal, yeah,
eats
right.
metal, and I think that's what it is Bakelite. I've not seen that happen with hard rubber like ebonite. So that's my guess is what that material is, but it's only on those Petersons that I've had that happen. What was the other part of the question?
Do you have a favorite to work with?
Oh, I think the ebonite is definitely easier to work with. It gets a little bit softer. Acrylic, and dependent upon the I think it's dependent upon the pigments that they add to it. I don't know why it would make a difference, but there's some of that stuff that is so hard that trying to shape it is just, man, it just break your arms trying to file it and get it down to the shape that you want. Where ebonite is a lot more forgiving that way. You can file it, and the thing that I don't like really at all anymore, I tried working with it, and that is and didn't have a lot of success because it's not very durable, and that's this like the cast pen blank material. It can be beautiful, but it seems to be real brittle. They call it mutt amalgam. That stuff it'll break, and so I don't use that anymore at all. I've had to replace a few stems having used it.
Can I
But
ask?
Yeah.
Can I ask after you're done with this? I do got a live Ask Us Anything I want to ask you about.
You go ahead.
I got a question on my pipes. I do not take them apart. I usually just run a pipe cleaner down the stem and call it good. However, I am starting to get some, I think, where I can't get the pipe cleaner all the way through, or it's really tough to get through. So I want to get a drill bit that I can go through just to ream it through to actually pull it apart. What are typical sizes that you drill those holes for?
Well, what I would suggest you do is it's a 4 millimeter, generally about a 4 millimeter opening. But you see what Jim's holding there?
Yeah.
It's a brush. It's flexible. I would advise against a drill bit. You might be okay on a straight pipe, but if you've got a bent pipe, that's not going to go directly through.
Right.
You could end up drilling all the way through and damaging your pipe. The other thing that you can do if you don't use a brush like what Jim showed you, is strip down a length of maybe like 18 gauge wire, copper wire. It's soft, and you can ease that down through the opening, and probably not going to you're not going to damage anything, and you can get it open and then use that, because it depends on how occluded it is. If you try to go with that brush, it might be too much too soon, and you might need to open it up a little bit, because that carbon cape builds up down around where the apex, where the draft and the chamber meet.
Yeah.
And so I would advise against a drill bit, but use one of those two methods, and I think you'd be
actually,
okay.
Terry, I would tell you, if you don't even want to do that, soak your pipe cleaner in isopropyl alcohol, the 91%, and run it through, because that isopropyl alcohol will really ease up some of the cake, and that's what I use to clean bowls with, and it will strip it away. Don't.
And it just evaporates too.
Yeah, and it just.
I typically use Everclear for cleaning the pipes.
That works too. Yeah, that works too. But I wouldn't run a drill bit through it. Well, sure. I don't recommend it, because I told a story about Everclear, I think on episode 1 or 2, and
Everclear and root beer tastes good.
You know what, Terry? If you fill the tobacco chamber with Everclear and then suck it through the mouthpiece, you'll be able to enjoy the Everclear, and you'll know when you get the chunks of cake break free, because they'll end up in your mouth. So I would try that.
That's a no-go. That's a hard no-go.
It's a hard no-go.
Well, I could put what, rock salt in it, and that would. Yeah, but that was one of the things I was going to ask on one of the Ask Us Anything, how to clean that part out, because I've run into that lately, where the pipe cleaner will not go through, or it takes a lot of effort.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think in retrospect, I think Jim's recommendation is probably the better of the choices, because that pipe cleaner's going to be thinner than the opening, and what takes up the negative space is going to be just the brush, the felt material, and let the alcohol do the work.
Yeah,
and then you surely won't damage your pipe that way.
Okay, now here are some pipe cleaners that I have that are just for it. So it's tapered on one end and gets fatter as it goes. And I, soak the fat end in alcohol and push it through, and I think you'll get better results. I've restored probably 50 or 60 pipes, and I don't really want to put a drill bit in anything. I've had to modify some pipes to fit 9mm filters, and it's touch and go. I'm leery about running a drill bit through it.
So, if they're 9mm and you're using a 4mm, or you'd recommend 4mm. So it's an extra 5 that you're picking up. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
I have wire. I'm an electrician, so
all that has to happen is that drill bit grab, and Bob's your uncle.
And suddenly you say many, many bad words, and maybe epoxy will fix it. No. That becomes a burn.
I drilled a gym hole.
Liquid nails.
A gym hole.
This is a job for liquid nails.
Have you tried staples? Yeah. No.
Honey, where's the duct tape?
Yeah. I can fix this. My dad has this awesome set of tools. Yeah. No. All right. And then the last question from Noah, there was an add-on that he kicked on. P-lip buttons. Have you or would you ever make a stem with a P-lip? That's that Peterson where it's got the hole
Right.
on top.
Yeah. No. No, I wouldn't. I don't see. I don't own one, but to me it looks like just a gimmick. It's kind of a style gimmick. So, but if you have one, Jim, you have one, don't you?
I've got a couple. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of it? Is it
Um,
better?
Not really.
Yeah.
I don't have a very high opinion of it, and I can actually drill to make P-lips because it's completely accidental for me. It just swerves
Right.
up and there it goes.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't particularly care for them. It's not it's not a style that I look for in a pipe. That's for sure. I prefer fishtails.
Ask Noah
Yeah.
when you get him on next time. He talked me into buying a couple Petersons with P-lips when I first started smoking. Ask him his reasoning for using P-lips, and it makes a lot of sense. He wears a plate,
Okay.
and
Okay.
he says it makes a difference. And I've got a couple Peterson pipes with the P-lip, and I do notice a little bit difference. Not as prone to tongue bite, and but he's got a good reason for that. Ask him about that on when he's on.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
we'll do that. Yeah, and the reason why I wouldn't attempt it is I don't have one to copy from, and I suppose I could do that. I have a hard enough time, getting this right. Sort of the standard bit
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
bite
the
zone,
fishtail.
and to
Yep.
add a different element like that at this point, it's not in the cards for me.
All right. There you go. There you go. Tim, you have a pipe contest, and we've gotten a bunch of responses to that.
We have. I've got a list of 16 responses and pipe ideas that have come to me through my email. And I was thinking about this. I think I want to do it this way. We're going to post this. This will go up probably Tuesday sometime. So as you see the podcast, when you listen to this, the contest for submission of ideas will be closed. But until then, I want to continue to collect these. And then what I'm going to do is I will record the drawing where we take if I don't get any more, it'll be 16 positions. And then we'll use the random number selector, and we'll pick 1 through 16. And I'm going to record that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to build that pipe. And then when the pipe's done, and it'll be in a couple of weeks, probably be when we have the San Diego guys on. What I'll do is I'll hold the iPad up with that little video on, and we'll watch that, and it'll be, whose pipe won and what the description of that pipe is, and then voila, here's the pipe. It's done. And then that way everybody finds out who it was, and the pipe is done, and it all happens at that time. And whoever gets picked, that pipe will be made, and that's the person who will get that particular pipe. And that's how that'll work.
Awesome.
Make sense?
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Terry and I have above room temperature IQs. We're good. We understand completely.
Words hard.
Math.
I might not.
Terry's.
Welcome back to Men Grunting on a Podcast. I'm your host, Jim. Yeah. I did have to run to the liquor store, and they just don't have a sense of humor at all. I picked up something to make a flavoring with, and the guy was bagging it up, and I said, "Hey, do you have a straw?" And he looked at me like I was criminally insane. What do you want a straw for? Oh,
I'm just going to drink that here.
I can't drink and drive without a straw. Come on now. I'm going to put this thing up on 2 wheels. Here we go. Excellent.
Kids
Excellent.
nowadays, they don't get it.
Yeah. I mean, do you remember growing up and everything was how many beers away? I don't want to go there. That's like 3 beers away. You know?
Yeah.
That's,
Well, I used to.
We're not-
So I've been riding bikes for a long time, motorcycles, and we'd go on runs. We'd go up to places. A bunch of us like, well, how long is it going to take us? How far is it to get to Garberville? It's like 6 bars. Which, yeah,
there we go.
never mind.
This portion of the show brought to you by MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
You're thinking, well, I can make it there. Honey, we need to pack the pup tent.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Oh,
you guys
who's crying now?
yeah.
Yeah.
Jim is, yeah, we're deep into this tonight. Yeah, there's
You
nothing
haven't
more exciting
finished
than
that drink yet. Come on.
yeah. Man, I've always wanted to Uber from here to someplace else.
All right. What else we got?
So like I said, I feel terrible because I made Mike at Bishop Height this blend, and he said, I want this, and I want the clove and cinnamon and nutmeg flavoring on it. And I'm like, when I whip that flavoring up, it's like, whoo, this is stout. And he wanted
When
it.
you described that last week, I thought, why don't you just dice up a Roman candle and put that in that tobacco?
And luckily one of the ingredients I used was a shredded truck tire. So, it was
Right.
black acrid smoke coming out of his pipe. And I just thought, well, he really wants this flavoring. And he messaged me and he goes, I thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm sending a pipe to give away on the show, and I can't smoke this at all. Okay. He goes, I put it in a shallow pipe and I was just trying it. And he goes, and I'm so sorry. It is never my intention to cause bodily harm, but here we are. And just feel terrible about it. Just like, man, come on, Jim, you know better.
Says, I'm not blaming you, but the tobacco burned a hole through the bottom of my pipe, and there's a black slurry dripping out onto the floor. Is that supposed to be that way? Should I touch that?
And it's asking for directions, Jim. I'm not really sure what to do with it at this point. Yeah. Well, every now and then we summon demons when we make pipe tobacco.
That goes to show your customer service. Yeah, okay, I'll make it if that's what you want.
Yeah. So I'm going to try again, and I promise not to kill him this time, I think.
It's like the guy that goes to Saigon, and he spends, all his money on in brothels having crazy sex, and he flies home, and a couple of days, his pecker's like turning green and purple, and he goes to the doctor, and the doctor looks at it. He says, "Oh my God!" He says, "I've never seen that before in the United States." He goes, "That looks like Saigon venereal disease." He goes, "We have to amputate that." And the guy says, "Well, the hell with this. I'm going back to Saigon. Ask the doctors there." He goes back to the Saigon, shows the doctor in Saigon, and the doctor in Saigon, he tells the doctor in Saigon, he goes, "Yeah," he says, I showed this to my doctor, and he said and the doctor there interrupts him. He goes, "That's Saigon venereal disease." He goes, "Yeah." He says, "That's right." He said, "And my doctor said he had to amputate it." And the Saigon doctor says, "We don't amputate that." He says, "The American doctors, they're always trying to amputate things. 2 or 3 days, it'll fall off."
Oh, well, there you go. And this episode is sponsored by Pay for Sex. Yes, pay for sex, kids. Bring something home you can't cure. Oh,
Yeah, Navy, like he don't know, right?
yeah. Yeah.
The square needle in the left nut. Yeah. That's, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good
All
times
I
had
can
by
say
no
is
one.
the Philippines were fun. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Philippines.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. We are not talking about anything pipe and tobacco related to this point. And I'm kind of good with it. I'm kind of good with it. Other than that, other than nearly killing a customer and, and making new additions to the Jar of Doom, it's been, this whole working for a living thing.
It's now a bucket of doom.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
working for a living is overrated.
Oh, way overrated. Way overrated. And
Thank God,
I really tried to
thank God we're that much closer to retirement.
Yeah. 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 Now they're going to have to scrape my festering corpse out of a chair. I don't get to retire. I'm just going to die. And I'm kind of excited about it. I'm ready to go. What do you think, Jim? Ugh, thud.
And everybody's standing
Damn
around.
it, he died on company.
When do you want to go to lunch?
Should we call 911? No. He quit clawing frantically at his chest. He's done.
Right.
Call
Hey,
it a
everybody,
day.
I think Jim's dead. Oh, no. Where do you want to go to lunch?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I did want to show off the Comoys pipe that we're going to give away
Oh, yeah.
next week. So it's the Zulu, and it's rusticated Zulu. And remember, this contest for this giveaway is send us your favorite drink and why it's your favorite drink.
Bye, Terry.
I pulled a Jim.
He just wandered off.
I
It's
pulled a
okay,
Jim.
So, Jim, where do they have to send the?
I had to say because
Go ahead.
I'm sorry,
Caleb. I mean Terry. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, Meerschaum.
Very nice with an army mount.
Thank you, Mitchell at MS. Thank you, Mitchell at MSDS Pipes.
Yep.
You kept talking about him, and I'm like, I got that from him. Good guy. I like him.
He's our sponsor. MSDS.
And remember, kids, that's MBSD
I'm just
pipes.
trying to help. I'm just trying to help.
MBSDpipes.com. Or whatever Terry tells you, just go there. Either way, all good.
Except for the whole place. Get him. Get him.
And this is the We're Too Drunk to Fish portion of the show. So hope you all enjoy that.
Wait, but there's more.
Oh, and Terry's falling over. He's fallen and he can't get up. He's just
He's too drunk to fish.
Oh, and he's got an MBS.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is. Yay.
It's excellent.
Oh gosh, this is fun.
Nickel, I'm sorry.
So,
I'm just
get back to-
sick. I'm dyslexic.
Sarah, if you're watching this podcast, please stop. Just
Please.
don't. She's
Walk
going to be
away.
on the show. Yeah. And I have no idea where that's going to go.
That bastard. Next time he makes a deal and he makes a pipe from us, I'm sending him 3 times as many stickers. He'll get it right.
Terry recently became the spokesperson for MSDS Pipes, and We're not sure who they are, but it looks to
I
be
said
fairly lucrative.
MBSD.
Oh, I bet if we go back and roll the tape, our cross-dressing producer probably has something different to say about it.
I'm just glad, Terry, I'm out of the doghouse now over the salad. You just butchered MBSDS pipes.
I said MBSD.
Okay, yeah, right.
All right. This week on the Alzheimer's podcast, Jim and Tim don't remember anything. Oh, God.
So anyway, for the Kamoy pipe,
Yep.
we have a contest.
Yep.
And
Send us your favorite drink.
Right.
You can message me.
Where do they send it?
So we have the Pipe and Tobacco Talk.
Go. It's getting... All right, go ahead.
Caleb is now twitching uncontrollably. He's just laying on the floor, writhing in agony because we haven't said anything for about 7 minutes.
He's got a big needle of diazepam in him.
Right here.
Caleb, honey, you're going to be fine. Just come back to me.
He says, Jim, quit calling me honey.
We do have Pipe and Tobacco Talk on Instagram. You can message us there. You can message me on Instagram at Emerson Southern Forged. You can email me at emersonsouthern@yahoo.com. Or you can message Tim on Instagram, or you can email Tim at pbhbpipes@gmail.com. And that's how you get in touch with us. And that's how, we're gonna read off whatever you guys send us. This is my favorite drink. This is why it's my favorite drink. And we'll go from there. And we'll see what happens. But we really appreciate everybody, participating in the podcast. Very excited that Tim has got 16 entries into the custom-made pipe idea, which I think is just fantastic. The dad joke was a huge hit, and I look forward to talking about your favorite drinks. And we will post on Instagram probably Monday or Tuesday, just to let everybody know, hey, this is our contest. Tell us your favorite drink, and off we go.
Right. And then, like we said last week, this show, like every other show in the past and every show going forward, at least somewhere along the line in the show, you'll get a heartfelt apology from us for having wasted your evening. So, from the
We're going to have to come up with like a jingle. We're sorry. We're sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like we ought to have like one of those little things where we can put on where it's like, your call is very important to us. Please accept our apologies and we'll get to you momentarily.
Right.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Okay, so you're gonna have this where everybody sends in their favorite drink, right?
Yes.
Do a random number generator and pick 4 drinks, and you have to make them and drink them on the show.
All right. All right.
Okay.
All right.
This episode brought to you by AA. Hi, my name's Jim. And it's a 2-drink minimum.
I'd like to, if you'll have me back, I'd like to come back and help with that.
Now, Terry, when we say people have to send in their drink, they send in the recipe, not the actual drink.
Or if it's just a spirit, if you just like bourbon, because Tim and I both like our whiskeys neat, or, with, yes. And Terry's holding up something to the screen that in the dark really looks good. Remember, kids, it's a podcast. So when we show things on the screen, those of you listening at home, you got to get nothing out of it. Nothing. But yes, whatever your favorite drink is, whether it's a bourbon or a scotch or a mixed drink, send it to us. Defend why it's your favorite one. Tell us the story behind it. We're going to read them on the air, and then we'll pick a winner, just like we did with the dad jokes.
Yep.
So there you go. Excellent.
Oh, God. I'll tell you what, if we keep going like this, I'm going to have a heart attack. I laughed so hard tonight. I think I think I locked something loose.
Oh, yeah. I'm wearing a Depends because I knew it was going to be like this, and I'm just leaking all over my chair.
This has been fun, and I'd like to thank you both for having me on, even though I'm a nobody in the pipe world, but it's been a blast.
Well, you're somebody to us, Terry. You're somebody to us, Terry.
No, that's not true
By
at all,
God.
Terry. You're our friend, and, again, we're just doing this for fun. Somebody asked me, why did you guys decide to do a podcast? I said, because every week when Tim and I would talk, we just end up laughing, crying like this, and we thought, you know what? Other people need to hear our insanity. So,
Yeah, right.
Bring the love to the masses.
Yep. Nothing too serious, just us having fun,
Yep, that's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
All right.
All right. Well, hey, looks like we've wasted another perfectly good evening.
We have, in a spectacular fashion. And
That's
we
right.
have held off the demon of sobriety all evening long. Well done, kids.
Hey, when
well
I go
done.
down, I go down in flames.
Go,
There he
pig.
is.
There he is. He's holding it up again. MBSD pipes. And Terry, I will send you some coasters and some stickers, and you.
Folks, he's holding something up again.
It's dark. It could be anything. Oh.
He's holding up a PapaBear's pipe in the dark. There it is. There it is.
I'm just trying to help you sponsors out here. Come on.
No, hey, we appreciate it. No, hey, look, this is fun.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I whore you guys big time.
Oh.
What's that? Say that again.
I whore you guys big time.
Excellent.
You're our man, Terry.
You are the guy, Terry. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you all enjoyed the show. I hope that Apple and Spotify don't cancel us. And next week on episode 15, we will have Anthony from Castle Briars. So good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.